So my plan was to start off with an introduction where we would describe the approximate itinerary. And I guess that would be up to you as well, Rude. Would you rather start off reviewing all the verses, or do you want to talk the sort of decisions that we as a league have to make, and that we'll have like a open comment period for all of the decisions, because a lot of them will take time to implement, but we can still sort of discuss it and plan ahead of time, I guess. So
Earlier, I was thinking the review first, but I think it actually makes more sense to go through any rules that need to be talked about first.
okay.
That way, anybody that's watching it back has to watch that part before they can get to the fun part about, hearing about their verse.
Yes. Stay tuned for the Rap Dash Royalty Royal review. the GSL Week 1 in review coverage with our of the week nominations, I guess. We'll all make our nominations, assuming TGO is here. Maybe like if Decon wants to comment from the chat, or like do a little like voice layup like Kobe, but you can't even say that now because he identified as a helicopter and paid for it in blood, so unfortunate. that was really kind of an off-color joke. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. Forgive me, Lord. First of all, I wanted to bring up the idea of sign-in voting requirements versus sign-out voting absolution. So for these guys that are coming in, because we had several people that signed in this week that are either new to the site or they just haven't been active, things like that. So they're people we're kind of giving a chance. And none of them, as far as I know, none of the 4 who I tagged in the sign-ins post that I made earlier, none of the 4 have completed the 2 vote requirement to sign in. So given that we had sign-outs during this week, and if we want to keep the number of people participating approximately the same, do we allow them to sign in, or do we enforce the 2 vote sign in? Maybe even reduce it to 1 vote. That way all 4 of them should be able to do that. And I can private message them and I can be like, sign in as 1 vote. Maybe. And if you miss a battle, then or you don't vote, maybe you have to do I don't know, a 2-vote penalty or something. And then you have to vote 3 or something. We have to find a way to balance the system so that people can sign in easily, because we don't want to keep a barrier for entry. We don't want to enforce that because we want people to be able to participate. But the question is, how do we balance it? So that's kind of the thing that I want us all to consider. So I don't know if you have any comments. I have a lot of things that we'll have to go through. So maybe if you want to go through that, or maybe I can like go through each of the individual ideas, and then we'll discuss whatever's like seems most important or something to that effect. I'm not sure.
Is that
maybe
all based around the sign-in?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they're based around like everything. So maybe I could do like a what's to come type thing, and as we go, maybe I can somehow like highlight the line that we're on. So first of all, sign-in and voting requirements versus sign-out voting absolution. I'll explain that. I don't think sign-out voting absolution should happen. I think that's disastrous. What I mean by sign-out voting absolution is, say, right now we have the potential to decide, like, say if you don't vote, if you have 0 votes in a week, you might even forfeit your win if you don't hit the 2 votes required. Like, I've pledged every single week I'm gonna vote every single battle. So it's not that big of a deal. you got to find the time, because if you care about the site, if you care about the art form that we're creating, you can get 2 votes in. It's, you know, it's, I don't know. I mean, I do video voice votes, but so could you. You could record a little voice recording on your phone or something. Exactly. You'd lose a point under 2. 2 was 0 vote or 0 points. 1 vote was the difference is, though, Decon, we're going to be running ELO, which I'll get into as we go into the stream. Read the comments above. We used to add incentive to vote where we'd award voting. I think every vote over 3 was 1 point. So if you voted on everything, you actually got an advantage. Okay, I mean, I'm down for that. We had something similar last GSL. So it would have to have a much smaller effect size than winning or losing. Obviously, winning or losing should basically determine your rating, but you can add like a little bit of spice. So yeah, 1 rating for vote could actually be fair, because this week I voted all the battles and there were 5 that I could vote on. There were 6 total. I was in 1, so I couldn't vote on all 6. So I voted my 2 minimum, and then I voted 3 extra, so I would get 3 extra points, which isn't unreasonable given that I won 12 points for winning. Or actually, no, I don't know how many points exactly. We'll have to run it through the Python script, but I don't think now's the time. Even just trust me, I have the Python script written and I can run numbers through it. That functionality works. So we can continue tracking the ratings. I just haven't done it yet. But it's going to be significantly more than 3, and 3 is the absolute maximum. Yep, and I voted 3, so I get 1. So even though we both won our battles, you'd have an advantage. Okay, I mean, I'm down for it. Because I think it actually helps the league long term. So I'm definitely down for that. Okay, so I'll go through the rest of the itinerary as well. So we say I was asking about the voting absolution. Like, say you sign in week 1 or week 2 and you don't vote. Do the vote penalties carry over? As in, when you sign in, do you have to vote 4 battles or 3 battles or just the 2 that are originally required? It's a question of how that works, because otherwise, I think we have to penalize it, because otherwise someone could just sign out every time that they lose to I mean, I don't know why they would do that, but I mean, sign out shouldn't be penalized.
It happens. To be realistic about it, it happens.
What do you mean? Yeah, you're right. Don't make signing back in unattractive. That's a very, very solid point. Okay, so we'll throw that one in the trash. BTW, we have a number of things to discuss / describe. That seems like I was making a note to someone, but it's basically to myself. ELO system explanation, answering questions people have had, ballot question on setting 1500 as the minimum rating. So right now, to give you guys a simple example, ELO, the system that we're going to use for rating, works on probability. So basically, you match up with someone and your ratings are compared. And if you're the same rating, the probability of one of you winning is equal to the probability of the other winning. And the higher the rating above the other person, the greater the probability that this higher rated person is going to win. But that means that if this lower rated person wins, then the other person loses a lot and the bottom person gains a lot. So it's a mathematical system that as you get higher and higher in rating, it becomes harder and harder to stay higher and higher. So you have to keep basically it's an accurate predictor of who will win in a matchup long term. But in the short term, we don't want to disincentivize participation. say you come to Rap-Royalty and you battle, right? And you've had your first rated battle, right? And you lose. And now all of a sudden you're lower than the starting rating. You might even find that embarrassing. Like, oh my goodness. Whereas I would propose personally, after I had a dream where I woke up and I was like, we should change that. I would propose that we make it so that the 1500, the starting rating, is the lowest you can go. And you can go up by ELO. Like, we could have people that are like 2800 rated, but we will have no one below 1500. So if you participate in rated and you only lose, it's just the same visually as if you had never lost, and you can only go up. So I feel like it's going to encourage participation, because I know when I first came to the site, I was not good at text topicals, and I would have been sad to be like the bottom rated person in the league, as an example. So I think that that's a fair way to handle it, because that's going to be site-wide eventually, and we have to think about the ramifications. So I would say 1500, but that's definitely something that we need to consider, because the implications are large. We're basically like almost like forcing a minimum on a purely mathematics system. So it would kind of mess up the bottom ratings. Like, people that are at 1500, actually, no matter what, it's messed up, because people that just sign in, if they're ridiculous, they're going to be more skilled than that rating. So I think it's fair play, to be honest. That's my thought. I hopefully I've explained the concept well enough that you can give your thoughts, Rude.
Yes. Well, I'm not sure.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Just like, what are your thoughts, Rude? Sorry.
So the 1500, like, no matter what, there's no risk to a battle.
Yeah.
Because,
well,
be 1500 unless you move up.
Yeah.
Audio's cutting in and out.
Is that a good or a bad thing? The risk becomes greater as your rating goes up. So I think the majority would end up somewhere between like 1500 and 1600, whereas you would have people that end up at higher ratings. Like, I'm sure we would have like up to 2,000 even, depending on how consistently people are winning, because they have to be able to beat lesser opponents. Losing has to have an importance. Competition stems activity. Well, losing has an importance. The higher your rating goes, the bigger an effect size that losing would actually have. Hey, Cully Bones, how you doing, man? Welcome to the Royal Review. Cully Bones is a relatively new member on Rap-Royalty. He just dropped in the GSL last week his first topical in a league like Rap-Royalty's own Gifted Scripts League, and he has been working hard to improve. I've been PMing with him, and he's putting out dope stuff. So I'm excited to see what he can do with a little bit of guidance and a little bit of advice. I'm excited for it. So Cully, I don't know if you've been listening in to the previous conversation. No participation trophies. Yes, you would not get a participation trophy, but you would get achievements. Like, for example, you get an achievement in your profile that you hit 1600 in text topicals. And then you get an achievement that you hit 1700 or 1650, or maybe it'll track your highest rating that you've ever had, lifetime highest rating. And it'll keep track of that automatically. Whereas if you're at 1500, you're basically the same place you started. So it feels no worse than being a newbie, but you're gonna be motivated and want to raise your rating all the same. So I think it's the better solution. I don't think it's a participation trophy, because you're still gonna have people that are much higher rated, and the much higher ratings carry much more prestige. New writers should hope to maintain 1500, so if they are losing, they need to know how much they need to improve to even reach the benchmark. Okay. Now,
to play devil's advocate on
yes.
this, if you have, let's say, TGO is at 1550, and then somebody new comes into the league and battles him at 1500 and still lose, then
hang on,
I mean,
I'll open up.
Gonna...
I'll open up Python, and I'll give you an actual number.
Gotcha. I forgot where I was really going with it.
You were saying, like, if TGL loses to the new member, to the 1500, he's gonna lose a bunch of points.
Yeah, he's gonna lose points. Were reversed and the new person lost, then there's no risk for them.
Well, they lose less points. They're still. Oh, you're saying you could make new accounts to troll people and just chip away at their rating.
I mean, I wasn't thinking of that, but now that you have said it, like, people are definitely gonna manipulate that.
Problem solved. We won't do it. Clean mathematics, unadulterated. So that's that was a much easier decision than I expected. Okay, so voting requirements deadline. Questions of the call out match between Decon and Boom, which they've both agreed to. So that is just a question of precedent. Do we allow call-outs in the GSL League? Because it's going to be, eventually, it's going to be like server side, and you'll just be able to pass a request to the server to battle, and you'll have to, you'll have some way of doing that. Say challenge to topical battle, for example. And I agree. I don't see a reason why not to, but I still felt, as it's a matter of precedent, that we need to at least take the time to not make it just my decision, because I don't want to make decisions, even though it's going to end up that, like, once it's all coded and stuff, it's ultimately going to come down to the code. So we need to make a decision as a whole, as an entire community that works for everyone. Because ultimately, once it's code, everyone's playing by the same exact rules. So we need to make sure those rules are good. So
right.
I definitely agree. I would say they can go ahead, and I'll make it happen. Decon should know that because he won this week and it's now 15-12, this actually gives Boom a rating advantage, because Boom is 1500. So actually, Boom stands to gain more and Decon stands to lose more. So it's a little bit of an imbalance, but it's one of the smallest possible imbalances, at least this early on. What's up, Cully? Yo, I hear Cully singing. Boom's about to be 1200. I mean, up in this place. Okay. Yeah. I mean, thank you for the effort, man. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's see. Mitchell is the best Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioner I have seen since Gracie. Who is Sav Dragon? Who is that? Is that?
That's Gek.
That's Gek. Oh, Gek. Live with the Royal Review! Exclamation mark. We're on. You have to be clean or will be removed.
Oh,
Yo, what up, Cully?
what's up, dude?
Not too much. We're doing the royal review, discussing stuff. Let's see. I mean, up in this place, sorry, like a gecko. Gek, sad dragon, sad gek, make gek happy, pet gek. Hashtag it. Shoutouts to Dabble. And demand the static. Like a damaged canvas jammed in an attic. I'm an addict. Okay, so let's keep going. So my next thing was question of rewarding participation balanced with competition. So that's sort of answered by what we previously discussed. So let's delete that one out because we've already talked about it. Question of how to handle fill-in versus no-shows. So, Rude, your case in particular is the one I wanted to discuss because I know that you had comments that would indicate that you're against just letting the loss stand for Gideon Grimm and then letting the win stand for you. I think you should both win. I think we should set up like a clause where, okay, now this makes the no-show thing even more important, like no-show penalties. Because, for example, actually, no, it's through no fault of Gideon Grimm, so why should he be punished? Okay, so if you are no-showed by your opponent, if you're no-showed by your opponent in any battle, you get the win. If we fill in your battle, the fill-in verse, if they're outside the league, then if they win, they also win. Both players win. But if they lose, they lose. Do they lose points or do they lose nothing? That's the question. Because then there's an imbalance of risk, and you would be better to just sign out of the league and kind of take pot shots at battles. So that's kind of.
Wouldn't that behavior be like
count it as half points?
I heard what Cully said over top of what Rude said. So Rude, you'll have to repeat your question. But Cully said, wouldn't that behavior be noticeable?
Yeah, you would catch it after 3 or 4 weeks.
Let's say it's an algorithm though. Like let's say an algorithm moderates the battles. Because let's say we have 1 billion people on the site. We couldn't moderate it. We just couldn't. So we would need some systemic way of dealing with problems like that. So
yeah, if 3 no-shows is like you're already done.
Okay.
Right, you're out.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely the no-show penalty. But what in the case? Oh, because otherwise it's a no-show, and we would rather have a battle than a no-show. There, that's good enough for me. So just to explain the conclusion that I drew, we don't want to punish people for wanting to fill in verses, because if Rude hadn't dropped her verse, we would have a no-show battle, and Gideon Grimm would just have had no opponent and probably would have gotten less feedback as a result. So it's good that Rude dropped, and Rude should be rewarded for the fact that she dropped a good verse as well. And I don't think that if Gideon Grimm had won the battle, I don't think Rude should be punished for her participation. So I think then we I guess have to settle with the no penalty for a fill-in verse loss. I think that's.
I mean, possibly. I was thinking though that if the fill-in verse won, because Decon also had a concern here. He said if somebody's already submitted a verse, if they do a fill-in verse, do they have the opportunity to make 24 point or more versus somebody?
Wait. Explain to me the reasoning behind that question. I wanna understand where you're coming from.
So Baron, can I say I'm gonna smoke this joint right now? That's clean, right?
Are you?
Hey, what's up, Gek?
Are you gonna be able to keep focused on the GSL tasks and stuff? Because we have a special show in mind. I gotta try and moderate a little bit. So we gotta try and stay focused on it, because I get enough complaints about getting sidetracked without the Gek bomb in here. Because I know Gek. What's up?
Go ahead. Then. Let me smoke.
Baron, Decon asked. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What Decon's question was, can somebody who's already submitted a verse also submit a fill-in verse and potentially collect 2 wins for the week?
Hang on, can you repeat what you were just saying? Because I was reading Decon's message in the chat. Sorry.
Yeah, I was actually just talking about that.
Oh, okay. Then I'll read
I'll
read his messages in the chat, and then we can discuss it. All right. So he said pet Gek as the last thing. By the way, Decon had bars for you, Gek. He said Gek like a gecko, Gek sad dragon, sad Gek, make Gek happy, pet Gek. That's what he said.
Hey, shout out to Decon. I'm a big fan of Decon.
Yeah,
I like
me too, man. He's a good dude. He is a really, really cool dude, and he is a blessing to have on Rap Dash Royalty, man.
I battled him in audio before, so.
Even though every time you say something, you have to think, oh my God, what's Decon gonna say? I think the risk is worth it.
Not really though. No.
That's true. But if you say like, man, these thoughts are deep, Decon can just slide in the chat and just put a winky face or something, and it's already done. It's already done.
The stuff is cool. I could be gone for 2 weeks, and there could be like 3 different things going on, and my name's popping up and everything. So
yes. That's Rap Dash Royalty, man. That's what it's like participating in the home of the best in the world, man. Your name is known. Put some respect on it.
Yeah.
Put some respect on Gek.
Like baby coming
Gek
in.
is atomic. Dropping bombs on the commons.
What up, Cully? Hey, Rude. What up, Rude?
Yeah.
We got Cully.
I hope Rude. I was kayfabing your whole show that day. Just so you know.
Kayfabe? What does that mean, kayfabe?
It was a promo. It was a promo.
A promo. Okay.
A promo, but you know what I'm talking about. When Black was there.
Okay. I got you. I'm gonna have to see what the B2R2 podcast's about tonight. I'm gonna hop on there. And if you guys set up your Twitch, I'll even raid you. So set up your Twitch so I can raid you. Ugh. Where's Berna? Get Berna in the PMs, man. We need Berna in here. What?
He said I did message Baron, and then he sent me a screenshot, and it was from March. And I said, what?
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Berna got the Rona.
Berna got the Rona. Let me see. Berna. Jay Berna. Hey. He sent me a message, but all he said. Here's our entire message chain. Jay Berna. Sup, Baron? Baron X. Hey, what's up? Are you Berna, the one Rude does live streams with? He responds, correct, LOL. And I said, hey. Okay, I guess, I mean, I could have asked him questions, but I feel like we both didn't do much in that.
So he made all those songs, and you know him from doing a live stream with Rude.
Like, Rude, are you asking, like, when... I see what you're saying. Okay, so you're saying, in your case, Gideon Grimm and you, he, through no fault of his own, got no-showed. You filled in, and that because you won and he lost, you would win half the rating, and he would win half the rating. Whereas if you had lost, would he win half the rating and you lose half the rating, or how does that work?
You could do it that way. I was actually just thinking the person with the fill-in, so that you want to reward somebody that's willing to fill in, especially if they're pulling double duty, but you don't want to give them the opportunity to jump too far ahead. So I was thinking like the 50-50, they would only gain half by winning and only lose half by filling in to take that risk of writing a second verse.
Okay.
Not that will happen every week, but it has happened before.
Yeah, I'm worried about, I mean, it's technically a good thing filling in no-show verses. Like, we should have no-show verses filled in, but we prioritize combining battles. That way we still have battles,
Right.
But what if we combine a battle where the ratings are mismatched? Is that okay? Because otherwise, we need to have some rating range that the battles can change to. Like, we need to have some way to accommodate that, because right now the question is like, some people are 1512, some people are 1500, and some people are 1488. So we need to decide how the matchmaking system works. Right now, we could just say 1488's battle 1488s, 1500's battle 1500s, 1512's battle 1512. What about like years in the future when many people have had many battles and you're like 1784 or something, and your opponent, the closest opponent is like 1721 or something like that. We would have to make mismatched ratings in that way. So we would have to have like some acceptable range, perhaps, or like somehow group the possible combatants by like closeness or some crazy thing like that.
Did you call this that?
What was your question, Cully?
I just heard combatants. I was wondering if you said the word combatant.
I did.
That was a lot of numbers.
That makes me think we're fighting.
No. Well, all right. Well, we normally say battlers, so combatants kind of an actual like accurate thing, you could say. But in topical leagues, it doesn't feel like we're fighting. So I don't know.
No.
We're fighting over rating. I guess that's true, but otherwise, we're not really fighting. So I don't know.
I'm sorry. I
No, man. Anytime you want to chime in, do it, man. Just like
Geck over there shared some of that joint with me, and I'm just kind of feeling
nice. I mean, share the love.
now.
That's what it's all about. All right.
That's right.
Yo, and I want to say thank you to everybody that has the Twitch stream open, man. Like,
my lighter died because of you.
What did you do?
My lighter died because of you.
Oh. That's no good.
It always got one more.
Yo, hop on voice, Decon. Why aren't you on voice? What's the dealio? Join one of the voice channels and I'll pull you in.
Yeah, Baron
What is this?
Baron snitched.
Baron snitched on what? I didn't
On
snitch
his-
on
on
anything.
his
Don't
words
don't
to
sully
me.
my name
On
like
his-
that.
Sully. You say Sully. You
Like
Sully in your
Sully,
own
like the Monsters Inc.
name. I know who Sully
I
how
is.
do you
spit
think
bars
he
like a
competition?
Monsters Inc.
He knows all kinds of words.
Yo, that's right.
Sully.
No
though.
words. Sully and a
Sully.
Scully.
Hey, you could be a snitch nowadays. You saw what 6ix9ine is doing. 30 million views in less than 24 hours.
That's
Be a
crazy.
snitch. Get your money.
I'm not doing that, man. I'm gonna be a red pill machine. That's what my goal is. I'm gonna tell people truth instead of doing like criminal activities. I'm gonna like help people be better and inspire people, because I think that's better for society than snitching and doing drugs and talking about N-words and B-words and all that garbage that basically just destroys the language. Like I was watching a stream earlier today, and the streamer pulled up a YouTube video with this guy rapping on it, and I was just like blown away with how terrible the lyrics were. It was actually unreal. Like, I had a euphoric experience where I'm just like, wow, this is the bar?
What was the bars though?
What?
What was the buzz though? Is my
I
mic
don't
low?
remember. It was really like garbage style. Yo, Decon.
Hey, y'all can hear me now, eh?
Yeah, we
Hey.
should be able to. Remember, keep it clean. Let's keep it clean and keep it civil.
I'm always
Decon,
clean and civil.
Ah.
Yo, Decon, he greeted you with, "Hi, Decon."
I'm always
I-
clean and civil, man. That's the middle name.
Yes.
Hi, Decon. Hey.
What's your handle on the Discord? There you go. Nice. Okay, I could hop in voice just saying, how do you do it? How do you get in on the voice action?
Yeah.
By the way, guys, even if you're in voice, if you have the ability to open up the Twitch stream or BaronXOfficial.com, please do that on like all your devices, because the more viewers that we get into the stream, the better it's listed in terms of the visibility metric. The only thing that matters is the number. The only thing that matters.
I put the Twitch stream link on my Tinder, so we should be good.
Yes,
Nice.
Decon, everyone's gonna click that, man. Ooh.
I think I already did.
That's a swipe.
It says click here for dick pics, not dick pics, dick pics, which are a cute little hooved animal.
Oh Lord. Okay, respect. All right,
I've seen those.
so you've heard the prior discussion, right?
No.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well you'll hear the following discussion, and all right,
I've heard
So-
all discussion.
so I think
Everything.
that's most
We've
of
heard
it.
it all. We've heard it all.
Rewarding raw performance, late season entry, how to handle fill-in verses, new problem, how to reward participation and performance simultaneously in ELO. That's kind of a bigger question. That's based on like voting points, which I think the voting points are fine. You can raise your rating 1 point at a time by voting, and I think that's fair. I think that's totally fine, because it'll kind of mess with the ELO system. Maybe it won't be factored into the ELO system, but I don't know. We'll have to work it out in any case. But
You make me want to drink.
I make you want to drink. Don't do it, Gek. You gotta resist, man. All right. So now,
I'm going.
So now we do shots of tequila.
No, Captain Morgan. 100
Captain
proof.
Morgan. All right.
I got Calamero.
Guys, stay focused. Stay focused. I can't be the
Stay
only
focused.
one trying to drive the ship, man. We got a show to do, and I can't let us get derailed by who's drinking bottles of what. Is
About to get railed by D-Con.
yeah, I mean, we're doing GSL week 1. That's the goal right now. I have to keep us moving toward that goal. My ADHD is bad enough.
Baron, you are the Snowpiercer. Go ahead.
The Snowpiercer? What does that mean? Define that.
You could Google it. Everybody Google it, right? It's a train. Snowpiercer movie.
The Benjamin.
Are you
I
saying-
think I've seen the movie.
Snow kisser?
What does that mean though in context when referring to a person?
You're driving the train.
Okay. I can definitely see that.
It was a
It's
train.
the conductor.
Go
Okay,
Well-
so we have got GSL week 1 to discuss, which first we can go through and we can record the results of week 1. Now that we're done, we've got the ability to discuss it. So let's see. We've got Jericho and Scar. Let's see what the result was, because I never edited the title. We've got 1 vote for TGO. Let's see. TGO, 1 vote in battle for Scar. Then we've got 7th Saint Ray. I'll call him 7th Saint. That's a harder name to remember and to type in, but I'll stick with it. Okay, so Baby Huey votes for Jericho, and Scar is 2-1 right now. I guess I voted in favor of Jericho, making the battle 2-2. And Scar isn't in this battle, is he? Yes, he is. Okay, so it's 3-2. Okay. 3-2, and who was that just voted? Let's see. Boom. Okay. So Baby Huey 1, Boom 1. Okay, so let's keep going. So it's 3-1 or 3-2 currently. Jericho, now it's 3-3 with Enoch voting. Enoch won. Red votes Jericho, so that makes it 3-4. Red votes 1. Then Thug Shells voted, it looks like Scar. Better to like bold your vote, but that was her first ever time competing in a league. So I think that's 5-3 or 5-4 maybe. I'm confused. 4-4.
You should write it down. You should write it down as you go.
Yeah, I mean, this is. I'm pretty sure TGO. I'm pretty sure TGO already did this work. I just don't have access to it. Yeah,
I'll pull up TGO's notes.
Okay,
but,
awesome.
Yeah, it's 4-4 right now because I broke the tie.
Okay, so then Rude won, and then we've got Swatter of Thoughts, who votes for, it looks like Scar, unless, yeah, no. Okay, although Scar's verse was cleaner, I'm gonna have to vote for Jericho. So that means Jericho wins 5-4, Swatter won, Jericho wins 5-4 versus Scar. Okay, so that's battle 1.
Are you taking notes in Notepad?
Notepad plus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Notepad's the business.
Yeah.
Notepad plus is how I write all my code. Like.
Really?
Yeah.
That's Decon talking?
Yeah.
I write most of my code in PyCharm currently.
Dude, so I write all my FPGA and software code in Notepad++.
What is FPGA?
Field Programmable Gate Array.
Field Programmable Gate Array.
That's right.
Put that in a rap, Decon. Put it in a rap.
So basically, it's
put it in a rap. I like it. Okay.
It's a whole array of transistors. It can be whatever you want. It can be a microprocessor. It can be an analog to digital converter. It can be whatever. You can program it to be whatever you want. Like,
I can be whatever you want, baby.
Yeah, so
I see why you like it, Decon.
FPGAs have changed the game. FPGAs have changed the face of technology.
Okay,
so.
you'll have to explain more because I am now fascinated officially with this concept. I have no idea how to further my knowledge of the concept, but I'm on board. Anyway, we gotta stay focused on the GSL. We gotta stay focused with the GSL. Okay, so Jericho wrote his topic with insanity, which was he smatters the canvas, smatters his that smattering verse.
Wait, can you read that? Read me the smattering part.
I read it last week. I read it during the first Royal Review.
I just want to hear that one part again because that shit
He just likes to hear you
garbage.
recite it.
It was garbage though. Smattering the smatter, battering.
Okay, we're not gonna do that for sake of time. Rude has B2R2 to do. We cannot take up that much of Rude's time. It would be unfair, and I'm trying to stay focused. So I'm gonna keep my like Wing Chun Jiu-Jitsu defenses up for distraction because I already recorded that. All right, so we got Art of War, the space between Scar's verse, which is on the screen here. So if we want to discuss what we thought of this battle and all of that, because now is the time to talk about the battle. Don't all speak up at once, but actually don't.
I didn't read it because I wasn't part of the week. So.
Understood. Okay, that's fair. It's recorded in last week's Royal Review from week 1, my video voice vote. So it's there. So my commentary, I mean, I thought Jericho won this because it was creative and interesting. And I think the thing that really like allowed him to get the win over Scar is the fact that he chose a lot of really interesting concepts. It was really like high flying intellectual writing. Whereas it wasn't as tight in terms of the rhyme schemes and stuff. because it was kind of like an avant-garde piece, right? And Scar wrote a very good, more like normal topical verse, and I think he did a great job. I think this was a close battle. For me, it was like 51-49 in favor of Jericho, just because I like the creativity of it, and that was really what like clinched it for me. But
my dog actually says Scar won, so
okay. I mean,
something different. Something different clinched it for me.
Apollo just said it. He said Scar wins. I don't know what that means. I don't know how that counts towards the voting and shit.
Focus. Focus. Red alert, focus, conductor.
Bro, I wrote that so long ago.
Thank you so much.
Joe Budden,
Yeah,
focus.
thank you.
Go ahead. Joe Budden.
I wrote that
Thank
a
you.
long time
Sam
ago.
brought me water. She's awesome. I love her.
I know, dude. I can't wait for our love triangle.
I hate that the video zoomed in right while you said that. I need to turn off these fancy cameras.
Yeah.
I don't hate that at all.
Cuck. That's not a bad word, right? Cuck.
Don't say it because it'll probably get banned anyway. Because
dude,
you can't even say corona followed by the type of pathogen it is without getting demonetized nowadays. You can't. That's how censorious and backwards these tech companies have become.
Focus. It's only because you are worried about monetization.
Yes.
That's why.
It's a brand. I want rap royalty. I want rap royalty to be $1 billion IPO, and people are just gonna be like, I have ideas, man. I'm not sharing the proprietary information and trade secrets on a live microphone. I know better.
Focus, please. Focus.
Nikola Tesla, my idol, got absolutely destroyed.
Farron's about to make me famous at 40.
Yes, I'm down. I'm down, man.
I'm gonna be the first rapper. I'm gonna be the first rapper to get famous at 40 and shit.
Yes.
That was DMX did that already. By the way.
All right,
That's not true. DMX got famous at fucking 22.
Let's go on to the next battle. Let's go on to the next battle. If that's all the comments we got on Jericho versus
Baron,
Scar.
check your PMs on Discord. I gave you
Okay.
that.
All right. Sorry. I need 2 screens. Okay. So I got week 1 recap. We got Soul versus Swatter of Thoughts. Soul wins by KO. Week 1 fireworks started early. Can I read this in like a particular voice?
Read it in
Soul
TGO's voice.
versus in TGO's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I don't remember what TGO's voice sounded like, but Soul versus Swatter of Thoughts. Soul wins by TKO. Week 1 fireworks started early as 2 savvy veterans clashed. Swatter brought a strong narrative, but it was Soul who won the voters over with his polish and creativity approaching the topic.
What do you
guys think?
You sound like Answer without the list, though.
Okay. I mean, Answer's a beast, man.
Without the list.
Yo, Captain, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to keep us
Without having 5 pallets in his mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, should I just read through TGO's summary?
Yeah, might as well. It's like he's here. In part.
Okay. All right. So TGO versus Baby Huey. TGO wins by KO. Baby Huey notched a DQ win over Ness before TGO stepped in with a fill-in. Huey had a strong entry, but definitely got outclassed, says the person that did it. Ooh. That's like a personal shot right there. Gex turning on his camera apparently. Let me see if that's visible anywhere on screen. All right, focus. All right, my bad. I got distracted by the camera. I gotta like
focus, man. Focus,
Don't trip, bro. I'm here for you. So.
Okay. All right. So Bic versus Illusion. Bic wins by KO. In what was surprisingly drama-free for an Illusion battle, Bic sneaks out with a solid win. 2 solid verses, both showed they had the intangibles to be a contender. Yes, I definitely agree with that. I was really impressed with both of them, but I was really disappointed that neither of them voted. So Bick got signed out. Illusion got signed out. He messaged me after the fact asking, where's my battle? And I'm like, you didn't vote. I had to sign you out. It's automatic. So that's kind of the situation, which Illusion, you are more than welcome to sign back into the league. I would be thrilled, man. You'll have to vote two battles before you can get in. But man, try again. You have the skills. You have the ability, Illusion. Like, that was a dope verse.
Stop it.
All right. Oh my God, he's got flashing lights. You guys can't even see what he's doing on the stream, but the people in the Discord can attest to the fact that Gek is just over here just with a flashing light. All right, whatever. I won't be distracted by it. I won't be distracted. Diasic versus Curator. Diasic. I'm already focused. You're talking over me. I'm already on the tracks, man. All right. Diasic versus Curator. Diasic wins by a KO. This match was closer than the voting indicates. Two seasoned writers. An interesting clash. Two very different takes on the same image. In the end, Diasic took the lead early and never let up. Yes. Any comments on it?
Diasic sucks.
Dude, he's literally just dude, don't say stuff like that. I'm gonna remove you if you're throwing shots at people like that. You can't do it, man.
That wasn't a shot.
Yes, it was. You literally just said.
You don't agree, though?
That was 100% a shot. That was by definition a shot.
That's a shot. This is a shot.
Yes, agreed. You know what I'm gonna do?
I'll be quiet. Shh, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Goodness, man. You're trying real hard to distract me, and it's working, but it's like I'm trying to keep the show running, and you're trying to make the show about you. It's just
quiet. Go ahead.
all right. Let's namaste, breathe. Keep the fire alive inside you. So. That's all. All right, Candy versus Thug Shells. Thug Shells wins via KO. A familiar face versus a newcomer. Thug Shells was a pleasant surprise this week. Despite a valiant effort from Candy, the rookie snagged the KO upset. So, I have comments here on Thug Shells. Because Thug Shells came in, actually, she's a Twitch streamer. You should follow her channel. She's dope. She does freestyle raps and like DJing EDM style stuff. And she's dope. I invited her to participate in the league. It was her first time ever participating in a league, which is so cool that it happened on Rap Royalty. And she came in, she showed what she could do and walked out. Bold face, just saying, I'm a killer. So, very nice. Any comments from you guys?
I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't read a lot of last week's verses besides the ones I voted on.
Okay, which ones did you read?
I think we already covered Jericho versus Scar, and I don't remember the other one.
Okay, all right, so we'll just keep going. All right, so wait, is he putting? Okay, all right, I see what he's doing. All right, so next up, Gideon Grimm versus BaronX. BaronX wins via KO. A solid showdown of experienced writers paired after no shows forced a shuffling of matchups. Gideon brought an introspectively driven narrative, but it was Baron's polished mechanics and thought-provoking direction that stole the show. Finally, we've got Jericho versus Scar. Jericho wins 5-4, which he is nominating as his Baron of the Week.
That shows you thinking about yourself.
I did just read my battle. Oh, Lord.
It's all about you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Jericho versus Scar. He nominated Jericho versus Scar's Battle of the Week. Easily the most contested Battle of the Week. And my vote for Battle of the Week. Two very different styles. Scar delivered a very polished verse that nailed the topic. I would argue that Scar had the more consistent piece, but it was Jericho's vibrant portrayal of his character that won the masses over. So we can each do a nomination. I would actually second that. I would second Jericho versus Scar being the battle of the week. I think that was an awesome battle.
That is actually what I was gonna say as well, because I mean all of the other battles had a clear-cut winner early on, and but if I were gonna put another one up there, I would say Diasic and Curator.
I agree. That was exactly the one that I thought for a second thing. I think Dia and Curator both killed it. Like, I just love Curator's word choice, man. Like that tailored regalia. I still remember that line. That was so slick, and it felt so cool just to say that, to feel those sounds on my tongue. As absurd as that is, I'm serious. I remember the sensation, tailored regalia, like the way the tongue bounces around.
Pause.
Yo, you can pause if you want, man. There's no pause on a live stream.
Pause. No, pause. But you don't know about that. Hold on.
Oh, my bad. I'm doing my best. All right. So, yeah. So I definitely agree. Decon, do you have a nomination to make on the microphone? Although actually you're gone. Or Cully as well, if you have a vote. I know you weren't battling in the GSL during that week. I just wanted to offer the opportunity, as once we finish the show, we can post it up and we can get people's Battle of the Week voting and also ballot positions. We can just post it in one thread where the video is also posted. I think it'll work well.
Great success.
There was the one I voted on. I'd say it was the second battle that I voted on. I picked that one for the.
Okay, which battle was that?
The second.
Do you remember who it was?
I voted on Soul. I know I voted on the one that Soul did. I think it was Soul and who was it? Soul and Jericho.
That was this week.
Yeah, that was this week.
Yeah, I'm talking. I don't know what the other one. No, this one.
Let it go.
I feel you, man. I'm on the same boat.
Huh? All right, so
I'm sorry.
all right, so then let's I mean that's the week 1 battles, I guess. So
week 1 battles done. Throw a bot in here. Everybody rocks. We're good.
Yeah, all right, I'm down. I'm definitely down for that. I can't
no
even...
swearing though.
No swearing.
Well,
like somebody with a fake nose. There's no swearing.
And you can't do anything that's not hip hop.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I don't know what the rules are, but I'll try and abide by them.
Who said that?
Alright. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you, bro.
All right, let's see. Give me some like search terms. Do you guys want to do rap script or anything?
Wait, Cully, if you if you paint your nails, you're not hip hop. Hip hop is a culture. You can't make a tape and try to be more hip hop. Hip hop is what you be. So when I hear when I hear people put these tapes out and then tag me in it on Discord and they're like, I'm trying to be more hip hop. I'm like, you are hip hop or you're not. You're painting your nails. You got eyeliner on. You're not hip hop. Hip hop is a culture. It's not something you can just.
It's an idea.
It's what you live.
Yeah,
so
it's like a set of ideas.
It sounds good, but you ain't hip hop. You rap very well, but you ain't hip hop. Just embrace that. You're not the culture. You're not any of that. You will do Beastie Boys and say, "Oh, that's I'm rapping. That's hip hop." No, it's not. It's not. That's what I'm saying.
Oh Lord.
So,
okay. We need to do free Beastie Boys hip hop instrumental. Let's try type beat. Let's see if it comes up. If anything comes up.
Tight though. I to be different is better because he wants to be the same as everybody else. You know,
You're not being the same as everybody else.
So it ain't
A culture's a culture.
but
An Asian
my
culture,
my
Puerto Rican
influence-
culture.
Hold on, Gek. I was quiet for
All
you.
right, go ahead,
I was
go ahead.
quiet for you, homeboy.
All right, go ahead.
I think that being different stands out, bro. And even though my influence may have been hip hop, meaning that the first freestyle rap that I ever listened to was Project Load, AC Alone, Bus Driver. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but they're from LA and they're pretty
Bus
tight.
Driver.
And that was freestyle, and that's what I was taught. Oh, that's hip hop. But then it changed because I stopped focusing on other people's music. I started focusing on making beats and starting to freestyle my own style, my own thing. So that, you know, that's all I'm saying, bro. Is hip hop changing? It's an idea. It's where you want to take it.
It's a culture and how you live your life. If you're painting your
I
nails,
hear you, and I respect that.
you ain't hip hop. I'm just saying.
Yo, you
you're a
ain't
rocker
hip
guy.
hop, and if you hear an instrumental and you want popping on it, you should probably find yourself a proper coffin, because you're basically just dying on it like your hair is sprayed Tekashi 6ix9ine, and you think Bear's afraid of that? Nah, I'll push him back with a razor packed in my sidelines like a prison bar up with iodine. You can't find the spine once I'm done and finish him. Hadouken like Mortal Kombat, I'm administering. Decon, are you trying to rap? I hear sounds coming from Decon's microphone, but I don't hear...
I haven't started yet, brother.
This beat is horrible. You know that.
It's a Beastie Boys type instrumental.
It's bad.
No, did you swear?
No, I said it's bad. It's super bad.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, let's see.
That is not a word. Oh, you trying to check me out swearing?
Okay. Nothing is playing in the server. What do you mean nothing is playing in the server? Alright, let's see. Give me some search terms. Just like random words.
Blood.
Blood? Okay, blood.
Bukaki.
No.
Blood.
You know that's not an acceptable one. It's just gonna be sex sounds, and it's gonna be really weird, and we just don't need
Cuddle
that.
puddle.
Isn't
Google
that the
cuddle
same thing?
cuddle puddle.
We already got blood supposed to be playing.
He said blood cocky. He said blood cocky. Put that on.
Blocka.
Black cow.
Yo,
Now don't look that up, children.
don't do it.
Don't do it with it.
This is fucking funny as shit.
Don't swear. I heard you swear.
Wait, some of these random ways. Random ways in the Yeah.
Yo, Decon, are you wearing headphones? If you have the ability, if you have the ability, because I hear some sort of sound.
I'll turn it down.
Okay. I'm turning it down. Don't know if I'm worthy of a crown, but I'm surrounded by the king's men, the royalty, rap royalty. We bringing them straight to the top like an elevator that's non-stop, straight to the stratosphere. And we're out of here and into space with the way that we innovate. Not the type to take an innocent plate, but it's like Anderson Silva with a kick to your back and it breaks your frame apart. It's like Michael Jackson with Thriller. It could break the TV and perhaps it break apart like sativa seed. So mischievous weave between the lines like a weave on some people, and we didn't have to realize, but reading in the fine print, they could hear the sirens.
Well announced. Get the ambulance, bye, smoking Indo. We I got that the weed that we get, spit is sticking, if we sticky, and smoking.
Yo, Cully, did you get your new mic?
We always all up on my own. on the
All up on his phone.
Yo,
Are
Cully,
we all just supposed to be spitting or what?
Cully, did you get your new microphone? Because we can barely hear you right now, dude. I have you at 200%. You haven't gotten it yet?
No, it's coming from China.
Oh my goodness.
Dude,
I knew it by the
China
name.
right now,
Yo, you're gonna have to put your mouth closer to the microphone because we can like hardly
He's
hear
used to
you.
that. He's
Kelly,
used to that. Put your mouth right on it.
Yeah, lick it, lick it.
Like
You
it.
got this, buddy.
If you got a rap, we could kick it with the golden ticket up in Willy Wonka's system with the chocolate bars. Man, we get them. What floating to the roof like Priscilla or whatever her name was, a violet turned violet, and I could hear the violins playing in the back and the sound of silence. Shout out to Cully's Bar where he mentioned that, the sound of silence. My intent to rap.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Yo.
Hey, is it louder now?
I'll straight
yeah.
freestyle my whole like GSL verse right now.
Really?
It's not a
Okay.
freestyle.
Okay, me too. Me too. Let's do it. Do you wanna do like an impromptu, unrated, just for funsies, freestyle topical?
He said funsies. I'm gonna be quiet now.
I
Funsies.
said funsies. Yep, I said funsies. I want some funyuns
take-
with my funsies. My
I'd like to
funds,
see you in some onesies.
my funds easily eclipse you. Yeah, you small like a dog or a Shih Tzu.
Oh, the furry one.
Yeah, I'm gonna write. Let's try a Shih Tzu hip hop instrumental. All right, let's see. Juice WRLD type guitar hip hop beat 2018 Ice. All right, who's starting us off on this one?
You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Strategies unwise, defies and define fantasies. Ha! Dude, I'm gonna fucking wreck this shit.
No, you swore.
I mean, I'm gonna mess this up.
Yes,
I'm gonna
thank you. Much better.
Strategies unwise, defies and divine fantasies. Inclined to divide families, but grinding lies and fantasies into the minds of manners. Just beginning of analysis. As kids without capacity to undermine the majesties, collapse the piece of be a malady. The dose of vanity, the profit off humanity's tragedies. Christianity can't see every casualty of war beneath the canopy of piety. Is this society? I say insanity. Granted, beyond meander to beliefs that fit our standards under banners of the sea, but what's beneath it isn't cancerous. So answer this: how come we keep on dancing to commanders that believe one story's glamorous and all the rest are slanderous? It's slanderous the death door bells ringing the war horns, hell's bringing the mortar stone cells leading this swell seas are all shoreborne, well streets are all more torn from crimes than fiery skies. Why would the lines forewarn? Shit, dude, go ahead, change the fucking mic.
Yo, we're changing the mic. I'm the type to be a stranger in sight. You also swore. We have to.
I'm sorry.
Don't swear. No swearing.
I made better things.
I'm in the cold and I'm staring. Give me a give me a topic. Somebody give me like an image topic or something. Like a good image topical, and I'll rap to it.
An image topical, he says.
Yeah, or I guess a text topical too. But I would like an image topical so I can just look at the image. You're just gonna send me a dick pic, Decon. I know it. Don't do it.
I'm not sending you shit.
The image is in your mind.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Yo, I love you, Decon.
The image is in your
Never
mind.
change, man.
Yeah. Yo, the griddle was hot, my little riddle was caught in the middle. Be little guy, and whether you're little or not, you gonna be rocked by the devil's own side. I would ought to be not in your soul. And here we go. When the lights dim, I'm out of the gates. No hesitation, dedicated to the red of your face.
What's up with this beat, though?
Yo, what's up with this beat, though? Ballin' like a free throw in the middle of a casino, playing poker chips. I'm known to rip up on the top of the roulette table, and I'm known to strip but I'm not the script.
Whoa.
I'm like a
Whoa.
nondescript wall or a roughly hewn passage in a Dungeon Dragons dungeon crawl, and I'm under y'all, and I'm raining blows with 1,000 grenades, and I'm basically go down the road and explode with force like 1,000 horses inside an old and golden Porsche covered in rust, but still able to tear it up. That's how the Baron does. Now who's the next to wear it? What?
I don't know if that matters.
I don't know. It was just supposed to be a way to pass it. Who's the next to wear it? Like the cloak or something?
Or sputum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wear it. Wear it.
If you're gonna wear it, wear it. Wear what you've inherited. Imperative. Yeah, Diasic voted once, as far as I can see. So he still needs one more vote by Sunday. We can do. What's up?
He's got time.
Yeah, true. Yeah, hopefully the people that signed in newly, they're gonna drop votes as well. Play free. He's got time. Hip hop instrumental. Let's see what it comes up with. It is time. Choir. Free DL. Okay, interesting.
Let me get it.
All right, let's get it. Yo, I want to try some topics. Like,
Does this mic sound good at all? Can you hear what I'm doing at all?
Yeah, I mean, I can hear you. It's not the
It's
worst
just my
mic.
laptop. It's just my laptop mic. So
It's not the worst mic I've ever heard.
No, it's
So.
like you're in a bowling alley.
yeah,
It's not.
I am
It's not great.
knocking down all them kingpins.
Yo, let's go to week 2's topics and let's try and rap about them.
This beat's sick though.
Yeah, let's.
Look at it.
Yo, go to.
Back up, we be rapping the deck and I give a damn. It's the fact that I'm coming back and I'm chilling. I'm always relaxing, just killing time. I bust the rhymes, I'm coming up, I'm all up in the grind. Hustling, I do my thing, double up, I'm quick, out of hand. Yeah, I'm like dipping and I'm tripping up my own self. I ain't even tripping when I put my on the old shelf. I'm up on the old school. I ain't even knowing what I'm cool, cause you know I'm cold, dude. Oh, not chilly, I'm feeling like Free Willy, but I'm never really free. Silly, and I'm feeling like a pill, and I need it. Need a sickness to go away. Corona's not a mission, it's a mission. Disease. See, everything got me tripping, and I want freedom. I ain't knowing what I'm doing, but I know I'm losing. Everything that I had for the shit come around, and I said it bad.
Didn't you swear?
I frown. Shit's going down. Stay on a mission, I'm in town. Hit the band, hit the jail. Rolling.
Yo, this entire city is on fire with the gritty lights and the grim dark fantasies that people had since 1,000 years, when people started vanishing in the shadows in this place in the alleys with the particles like GLaDOS, with a portal straight to the top, 1,000-story skyscraper that's non-stop and raises electrical intubation with an inundation of people. The population raised so great that we had to live in a single city with a I had some ideas. I was rapping to the one topic from GSL week 2, the city, with like the super like megalopolis type city. I was trying to do a topical about that. That was my goal. Alright, who's going next? You guys should try on the GSL week 2 topics. Are you guys even there? Okay. Alright. I'll try another one, I guess. If no one else is going. Yeah, it really is. It's pretty sick.
Cracking. Popping off, coming off, if we cracking. Coming off. Living life and I've been stupid. Sensitivity got me tripping and I need something get me by. Have to take me on. Ain't even knowing, but I gotta move on. Take another day, let the beat go. And my rap script stop on the low.
Oof. On the low.
No words.
On the low.
No
Wait,
words.
whoa.
Wait, whoa.
Whoa.
No words.
On the low.
It's on the low, though. Down soon. and I'm jumping round like a pogo. If I were a clown, my name would be Bozo. These are the thoughts in my mind that you don't know. About to let them bellow like an oboe or an old foe, or a fellow that you call a ho-ho.
Pogo.
Pogo, that's true. Pogo.
Like go-go.
Yeah. My girl is the go-go. Go for the go-do. This you simply don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah. Yo, so you guys want to try doing freestyle topicals? I don't know if you guys are like comfortable with that or whatever.
Can we be naked?
Yeah, as long as you don't have your camera on, go for it. Man.
Yeah, let's do video.
You could get butt naked.
Let's do video.
Dude, you guys would be so stoked to see my peen.
Oh my god, I knew it. You said you were sending nothing of the such.
I said peen.
That's
I could have
true.
mean penalized
Or peanut.
or peanut,
Yeah. Okay.
which is what I call it.
Okay, nice. She
It's
took
a little
my
peanut. I mean-
I'm about to plant my planters inside her panties like
Yeah.
Ned Flanders with his wife next to Homer Simpson. She goes home and she's limping. And you probably get banned for saying simping because it's a sad situation that we have on Twitch. It's amazing. If you have titties, then you get millions of dollars for just sitting on the page with them hanging out. And these little preteen swaddler wearing toddlers are bearing dollars
Give me the
from their
website.
parents' credit cards, and it's kind of hard, but they're like Metapod and they harden. They want to play around in the garden, but then they unfriend them when they find out that they got boyfriends. So, what's up?
I got a question.
What's your question?
Why would you get banned for saying? I want you to answer.
They're trying to censor. So one streamer had an emote that was simp, and they removed the emote because it was like a potential harassment. So they removed the word
Because
simp.
a simp
Do you
is
know
a new
why?
thing now.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
No, a simp is a sucker idolizing
No,
mediocre.
a simp is a vagina that looks like Homer Simpson's mouth.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's
With his initials on the ears.
yeah.
That's what they call it, the simp, like the Simpsons.
Go.
I know. That's what I want to do all day long. Is just dough all over that clitoris.
That nutty dough. Oof.
That's plural for the clitoris. It's clitori.
Okay. I mean, you just made 1,000 kindergartners ask their mothers and fathers, "What's a clitori?"
And most of them will be like, I have no fucking clue. I mean, I'm sorry.
No, yes, you are.
Oh.
I know. I'm getting there.
You're-
all right?
you're getting
I'm-
it, man.
right now, I'm at one swear word every 10 minutes. I'm gonna get down to one
it's
every
good,
20.
man. It's good. It's good. You're doing it, man. The point is that you're trying. You're trying.
It's really
in
hard
earnest.
because I'm doing super dirty things over here. So
Yeah, you might have to simp.
yeah, clench my butt like a simp.
Oh, we had more GSL stuff to talk about.
I had a hunch we did.
Okay, well let's do one more instrumental, and then we're gonna finish off with some more GSL. I done goofed. I didn't realize. I didn't realize there was more to the message. I should have had TGO's notes beforehand. That's my bad. I apologize.
Do a jig next time.
I'll do a jig.
Hey. Is TGO on right now?
I don't think so. Not that I'm aware.
What of a gene?
Yo, I'm gonna try and rap about the thing with the gas masks and the radio
the
tower.
picture.
Yeah. Yo, in this atmosphere is poisonous. The boys have just surviving every day, cause they tried to destroy us with a poisonous sarin gas in the Serengeti. But the Baron was ready to steady his aim, and his brow was furrowed as we're about to burrow under the ground like 1,000 arrows raining down in the shade above us. They claim to love us, but the only thing that they do is maim our mothers. And above us are the raining ships. We live in containment 6. This 666 is taken over with this chauvinistic venereal disease they're spreading, and everything that the ethereal pleads for is beheading. Cause we're heading to the desert, it's darker as the rain falls, and you need a parka. You park up by the side in your Range Rover, a deranged toaster staring at you like Wally. Like Nosferatu, it's appalling.
That shit's sick, brother.
You sore.
I try to figure it out all the time, but
Yeah. Hey, Jack, I'm drunk as fuck too.
No, you swore!
Got the drunken fuck. Oh my gosh, I'm
You
sorry.
swore! It's okay. It's okay.
It wasn't even 10 minutes. It was only 5.
I got you. I got you.
All right.
I think that was a pretty good attempt.
That was a solid freestyle, man. You nailed it. I imagery, I give it like an 8 out of 10. Flow, I give it like a 7. Rhyme scheme, 8.
Okay.
Literary devices, I give it like a 6.5 because you
I'll need to use more alliteration. Okay. Oh wait. We got GSL to do. I'm not gonna forget. Okay. So we're continuing on. We've got the verse of the week. TGO nominated Boom. Said guy is an A-hat sometimes, but strictly judging verses, this was my favorite. Yeah, he was that word, but he voted and dropped a verse. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely feel that. Let me have a look-see at the. I can't believe I just said look-see. Who says that? Okay, so
who says that?
Apparently you do.
Apparently I do. It's a weird realization. Wait, Boom battled week 1? Who did he battle? I thought Boom only battled week 2. Am I wrong?
Boom didn't battle week 2. This is week 2.
Oh, okay. So who did Boom battle then? It must have been a fill-in, right?
Who the Boom batter? Who the Boom batter? Who the Boom batter? Who the Boom batter?
What? I've actually forgotten. I'm so drunk. Yo, respect, Gak.
That's what I was trying to say. Is
Yo,
Gak,
you're keeping it together, man.
Intoxicated.
Yo, is that Idealist I see in this in this Discord server?
Donde?
Oh,
Yes.
looks like someone made a oopsie and then boopsie.
In the boopsie. Whoopsie.
Where?
The gosh darn boopsie. I made an oopsie.
Oh no. All right. So, did Boom battle? Who did Boom battle?
The boom batter. The boom batter.
Boom, boom. We're here to say L.
Because TGO nominated him, so it's a like. Do you know perchance Rude, or is this because I didn't see Boom? I don't think Soul versus Swatter of Thoughts, TGO versus Baby Huey, Bick versus Illusion, Diasic versus Curator, Candy versus Thug Shells, Gideon Grimm versus Baron X, Jericho versus Scar. And he nominated Boom for Verse of the Week, but I don't see the Verse of the Week. I don't see him even dropping a verse. So what happened?
Wait, who voted? They're trolling you.
Where's TGO? Can we get him on the phone,
Boom's
please?
verse was the best verse I read last week.
Where's his verse?
You have to click on the special link. It's right below. Like, are you holding down shift?
Oh my God! Stop it!
Look at his face. He's so confused.
Stop it! You need. Why did TGO do this?
F4 and then hit the Alt key.
Yes,
it's
Alt
Shift
F4. Delete System 32. Don't delete System 32. Don't ban me. Don't actually do that. It'll really mess up your computer. System 32 is a Windows file system. Don't delete that. Okay, now I'm not banned anymore, hopefully.
Wait, I don't think Windows actually let you delete it. I'm going to try it right now.
Try it, idiot.
Yo, you're a brave soul, man. Do it up.
Just press delete and pray.
Okay. RM minus RF system 32. That'll work, buddy. That'll work. your shell or your whatever it is will go through and systematically delete recursively every single thing in system 32. So don't do that. Don't do RM minus RF system 32. Don't do that. Okay, so now that we've got that settled, TGO nominated someone that didn't battle, as far as I'm aware. Like, I wish Rude were still here. Let me message Rude and see. Rude, TGO nommed Boom for week 1. I don't see his verse. I feel like I'm like crazy here, but Rude isn't here any longer to do nominations, so I'm not sure how to handle this situation. I gotta go start working on something B2R2. Show you guys have a great cipher. Rude, I forgot to do voter of the week and verse of the week nominations.
If you send her a naked picture of my butt, she'll probably come back.
I mean, that's true, but I think you would have to send that if
I'm down.
If anyone's sending it. I won't be a middleman for such things.
Do you have her cell phone number?
I do not, and I wouldn't give it out on stream if I could.
So it sounds like maybe you do.
I you know what? To even further obfuscate the knowledge of whether I do or don't, I cannot comment. All right. And now the press is going to tear me up.
I'm going to start at 111-111-1111.
Good call. Good call. I respect it. Okay, so my lack of updating is pretty frustrating. Hopefully Rude will be there. You def got voter of the week and TGO was the runner up. Okay. Let's see what TGO said.
Hey, is this Rude?
Rude is in.
Hey, oh no, this is Decon. I'm calling for Rude. Hi. Oh, Rude's not there? Okay, I'm sorry. It's not that number.
Okay, Rude says Jericho is my nom for burst of the week. Okay, I can definitely see that. That was okay. I'm kind of torn. I think Thug Shells had an exceptional verse. I think TGO had a great verse. I think Jericho obviously had a great verse. Diasic had a really nice verse. I think. I mean, I would. I almost want to nominate Thug Shells, but I don't know, because like it was just fun reading Thug Shells' verse. That's kind of the thing that impressed me most about it. Is most times we write these verses, they're kind of like depressing and like a little bit sad and like the world is dark and scary, and this was just like a fun exploration of words, and it was cool. So I mean, I feel like at least for me, I have to make that my nomination. So let me write that down in the notes. I'll go ahead and copy all of this in my notepad. That way you guys can see it. Week 1 recap. Okay. And then we're going to get notepad open, and I'm just going to paste it on line 42. And there we go. Now you can see what it is. Baron nominates. Thug Shells. Rude nominates Jericho. Okay. Obviously, for both these accolades, conventional protocol calls for nominations and voting. Perhaps if we simplify this notion, and we each nominate one each, as illustrated above, having only 3 options should streamline the voting. I could set up simple poll threads. That would be cool. I would definitely like that. Okay, yeah, that's good. So for Battle of the Week, I think we basically unanimously chose Scar, Jericho, and I think most people would agree with that. So I guess that one is just kind of decided. Voter of the week.
Sorry.
Rude. TGO said, obviously Baron outdid everyone with room to spare. That's just because I have an easy method of doing it, and I have the time to invest, and I'm invested in the site, and I love the site, and I want to do what's best for the site. So I have absolutely zero issue calling you voter of the week. I would like to suggest we implement a no repeat clause here just to give others a shot. You got guys like Daya who can only be motivated to vote with accolades like this. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I can definitely see that. Yeah, you get one. But what happens when like only the people that have previously won have like exceptionally good votes? Do we then draw from the people who have previously won again? Do you have a beat I can use royalty free for a video I'm doing showing the process of making a custom shirt? I asked Burner for one, but he said, yeah, I got beats, but offered me none. It's only 2 minutes long. Yeah, I can
just go to SoundClick.
SoundClick. Is that
Dude,
true?
SoundClick has beats for days, man.
Yeah, but it has to be something that won't get demonetized. That's the thing.
There's a lot of them on there that you can just download for free. They said that you can use for money. They're for making a tutorial video, like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can just search YouTube for like copyright free music and find instrumentals that way. That way you can kind of have a pick of the instrumental you choose, which is definitely a good thing. So let's see. Voter of the week, final vote tally for week 1. I'll read through that. BaronX 6 votes, TGO 5 votes, Scar 5 votes, Gideon Grimm 4 votes, Mr. Jayla Soul 3 votes. I almost said 33 votes. Boom with 3 votes. Very nice. Candy with 3 votes. Rude not signed in with 2 votes. Very nice. Thug Shells with 2 votes. Diasic with 2 votes. Curator with 2 votes. Jericho with 2 coats. So, very nice. Enoch with 2 votes. Red with 1 vote. Baby Huey with 1 vote. Swatter of Thoughts with 1 vote. Illusion with 0 votes. And Bick with 0 votes. We only had 2 people that had 0 votes. How amazing is that? Like, guys, round of applause. Like, just incredible. I'm so proud of everyone in the Rapdash Royalty Gifted Scripts League, because this week, as an example, thus far in week 2, the voting has been amazing. Like, I'm honestly surprised at how quickly the voting got done, because everybody just got their like work pants on and got ready to go to work. And we have some people, mostly who are either signed out or only signing in for the first time, that still need to vote and hit their voting requirements, with the exception of Diasic, who I'm sure will vote by tomorrow. So that's by the way, for those of you that aren't already aware, you have until Monday, the time that I wake up, but try and get it done before midnight Sunday. But the time that I wake up is the deadline. Whenever I get on to check who's voted, I won't accept votes after that time. I mean, obviously, like if you get a buzzer beater. Yeah. What's up, Decon?
Hey, where are you pulling the topics from? Do we have a topic submission area?
Yeah, we could definitely make that happen. What I've previously been doing, which is a very ineffective method, is I have a Google Docs file, which I can't like randomize very well other than scrolling for 10 minutes, which is just asinine. It's so stupid. But that I have like 3.5 gigabytes of just random topic images, and I just scroll through until I decide to stop and then pick that one, as long as it's not a repeat. So
Python script that does that.
Yeah, if I had it all on my file system, I could pretty easily do it as a Python script, and I think I will do that. But eventually, because I'm building a application in Django, eventually I would like to have all of the images and stuff just in the Django platform, stored in a media database. and then able to be called with the images already resized and made so that they don't take up an excessive amount of space on the server. So, and maybe with like a full-size link that's like served elsewhere. I don't know
Have you thought about getting a pair of glasses with like duct tape in the middle?
No, I haven't thought about that, but
Nerd.
I mean, I guess now I thought about it.
I love you.
Oh, jeez, yo. Much love, man. Much love. I'm being cyberbullied. Okay, so I mean, I guess that's kind of the conclusion of the GSL week 1. I would say, like, we've talked about everything. We've done the nominations. If you guys have additional nominations, I encourage everyone to get out and vote. Obviously, vote fairly, be honest, and as long as you explain your reasoning in your vote, your vote will be accepted. And I would honestly take the time and read through the verse or the vote and talk about specifics, what it was that made the verse or the vote or the battle particularly good to earn your vote. That way we can all at least understand the justification, so we don't have, like, ballot box stuffing without any recourse for the people that are, potentially being screwed by the ballot box stuffing. So I
think it helps to just have the response box open as you're reading the verse, so you can kind of like write your response as you read it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So it's kind of a question of like how the rest of the league will do it, because we did the live show. Once the live show's done, we'll post it up in a thread, and then it's gonna have like an open comment period or whatever. We can determine a number of days following posting, and everyone else can get their votes in at their leisure. But we can't take too long. But I don't think it's a terrible time constraint, because either way, week 1's in the past. We can just get in the habit of, when we do like the week 2 review, we announce the winners, for example. That could be pretty cool. So we could even like somehow make the voting like private, but you have to justify your reasons or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. Anyway, I think at this point I'm gonna look for someone to raid. I'm not sure who.
Hey,
what's up? What's up?
One thing before you end it.
Yeah.
Something about new.
What's
like,
playing?
If you're
Hang
new,
on. I hear someone.
I'm sorry. I just got a notification that Laid Back hit his 1 millionth view, so he was like, he's getting mad excited.
Nice, awesome. Okay,
Laid Back's got 1 million. He's got 1 million subscribers.
Nice, congratulations. Could you link me in the profile so I can see who it is?
You never heard of Laid? Do you watch the hip hop reaction folks?
Yeah, like Big Shaq and all them.
Yeah, so like Big Shaq's one of them for sure, but like my favorite are Laid Back and the Third Ernest. And these they're just dope. They break it down real well. So.
Could you link it? Because I definitely check out their channel.
Yeah. Can I link it in the chat here, or is that illegal?
Yeah. Link it in the chat. By all means, because as long as it's like purposeful promo, I'm fine with promoting things, because like you should share good things.
For sure.
Yeah. As long as it's not like, just like, hey, my link, then it's pretty good.
Baron,
what's up?
I don't think that people that are brand new to this, should really be
able to vote.
Not able, but like should have the choice at least, like whether they want to vote. Because honestly, I struggled a lot with voting, because I don't, what do I know? I don't even know how to write to do the right structure, on rhyming or when writing.
Okay.
So
Well,
I just want to express to you like that as a new person, that's what I found the most difficult about the whole process was the voting.
Okay.
Who am I to tell anybody?
How do we balance that? Because ultimately voting makes the league run. So in order to have battles progress and to have battles close in a timely fashion, we kind of want all hands on deck for voting, but I definitely get where you're coming from, that you don't really have a perspective yet on what voting criteria should be, and I definitely understand that. I
don't think it's going to take 1 week for me to figure it out either, you know?
So how do we balance that though? Like, how do we?
I think I pick a couple that I vote on, and maybe you give both players like a point or something, you know?
Okay. Hey, Baron, I gotta bounce for a little bit. I'll be back in like 20 minutes.
All right, take it easy, Decon. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be like hopping off before then. If you have the ability and you have the bandwidth, if you can like leave the stream open until until
I'll
the
definitely
end.
leave it open for sure.
Awesome, man. Much love, and yo, to everyone else that's that's in here, thank you for being here. Like, I really appreciate it, and shout outs to everyone that came through in the voice chat on the Discord. Big shout out to TGO writing that whole note sheet. That was probably the saving grace of getting any of that done. I would not have remembered Voter of the Week and Verse of the Week without his prompting. I almost forgot it with his prompting. So, I mean, thank you. And a big shout out to Rude for coming by, giving awesome feedback and always being a great part of the league and just awesome. Shout outs to Cully Bones, the man still in here, providing awesome feedback as an outsider, what it's like entering the league, because week 2 was actually his first week in the league. So it kind of gives us a new perspective, because all of us, like most of us, have been battling for, years at this point. So it's like we don't know what it's like coming in and feeling that trepidation for voting, and we'll have to think about how to manage that. And that's kind of another thing to ask the community, how we handle that, because Cully brought up a very good point, a very valid point, that it's not even a question of like rules. I think maybe, as you suggested, maybe they could each get a bump and kind of like rate. It's like in Pandemic, where the like outbreak step goes up, and maybe every vote like that is considered like a tie vote or something like that, so that it brings up the total votes. But then that prevents KOs and stuff, so that kind of makes for some messy stuff. We're definitely gonna have to think on it. But in any case, yeah, that's definitely something that we'll be raising a discussion about. But what I would advise you to do in the meantime, I would read through other people's feedback of other people's verses and try to understand their reasoning, their logic, what they see in the verse, and it will help you learn. It's because honestly, voting is the best way to learn, because you actually learn more from teaching a skill than you do from practicing it. So if you teach someone the ways that they could have improved their verse, you actually gain more from that than writing for a similar amount of time. It's kind of paradoxical, but that's cognitive science. That's fact. So it's going to be something you'll kind of have to get acclimated to. But I would definitely take the time to just read over votes people have left previously and just do your best in terms of your perspective, because sooner or later you'll figure it out. As long as you're detailed and as long as you're consistent with your vote, I see no reason why it wouldn't it wouldn't be a valuable addition in the stream, if you got my meaning.
How about this? Instead of doing them separate, like how you're supposed to, you do one person's and then you do the others. Instead of doing them separate, I could do them both in the same thing instead of doing two different ones.
What do you mean?
I don't even know I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll think about it.
Yeah. Take some time and consider your position, because you're the only one that can give this perspective. You're the only one that sees it from your point of view. So take some time and just consider what we can do to try and improve going forward. Like, consider where you are right now and consider yourself just someone that just joined. Because I want to tailor to everyone. I want everyone to be able to have a nice time on Rap Royalty and be able to get into the writing competition. Just because, unfortunately, if you want to compete on Rap Royalty, the best way to compete, the fastest, the most active way to compete is getting in leagues. And getting in leagues means wrangling and fighting with, like, battling people that knock heads on a daily basis, and it's a wild and potentially very intimidating prospect. But we want to make it so that we can welcome people, because especially in the future, we'll be able to keep lower rated battles constrained to their like approximate position on the ratings, so that they don't have to face the absolute monsters of the league and just take an L like it was nothing. And as time goes on, the system's going to get more and more accurate. No matter what, when you first start, you're going to have your head knocked a couple times, unfortunately. But it'll be a learning experience, and it's a great way to learn. You learn more from your losses than you do from your wins. You just got to keep your chin up and keep on moving. So that's kind of how you gotta try to look at it. That goes for anyone that's coming into the league. So I think I'm going to raid Warp Whistle. He's an awesome guy. He's also a freestyler. Wait, did Warp Whistle go off? No, he didn't. Okay, he's still on.
He's
Let's
doing
see.
requests right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God, that's a strange instrumental that he's listening to. Let's see who else is on. Oak Records, K9. I think Warp is probably the best match in terms of like tone for the music here. I think it's definitely not bad. I don't know what Real Shook One is doing, but it's almost no point in rating Real Shook One because he has so many more viewers. I think Warp Whistle's the one, because he would definitely appreciate it a lot more. So I think we'll raid him. We'll go in there. We'll show some love. Drop some fatty follows for the man Warp. And yeah, I think that'll be a good way to end the night. Thank you to everyone who came out. Thank you to everyone that took the time out of their day to join us here in the Rap-Royalty Royal Review. It was scuffed. I got distracted, but unfortunately, that's, I'll work on it. I'll work on getting better. It was a better production than productions in the past, and we stayed relatively focused. Most of the time, I was the one who was like, no, we need to focus. We need to keep going. So that's a good sign, at least. Trying in earnest is the most important thing. Anyway, have a great night, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, hit the subscribe button, the notification with the bell, the thumbs up, and all that stuff. Leave comments, anything you can do to push the metric up. And if you can, catch us next time. twitch.tv/BaronXOfficial or BaronXOfficial.com, where you can find my Twitch link, a little bio. I'll be improving that site over time, so definitely check it out. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful evening, and as always, keep the fire alive inside you, my friends. Peace.